All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Off Axis podcast. I'm here with legendary BMX rider TJ Lavin. TJ, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great, man. Just throwing the ball for the dogs. Just had some coffee from Gaugy John's and living life.
Awesome. So for those of you who are just listening, we're in a park, a little bit different of a scenario. But TJ, what I know of you is I remember growing up and there was a BMX game. As a kid, I went by TJ and I was like, oh, TJ Lavin's BMX.
Yeah.
This is my video game. This is the best.
Oh, sick.
So how did you get into BMX in the beginning?
It's okay. So, like, I got into BMX, like, riding bikes through the neighborhood, like everybody, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And then it blossomed. Like, I think it was because the kids had number plates, and I was like, I really want a number plate. So you got to race to have a number plate, so I did that. I started racing.
Okay.
And I was like, man, I love this. This is so sick. And I got really good at it. And come here. Okay. You have to carry that. You have to hold this guy because he's so detached. He's scared to be detached from you. He has to be touching you, or else he cries. It's so funny. Anyway, so I started racing, and then I got doing tricks during the races, and then I was like better at the tricks, and then I was like, all right, maybe I should be doing this. And then it turns out they made a contest. It's called the King of Dirt, and then the King of Dirt. Okay, bro. All right. Chill. And then, okay. Where's the ball? Get the ball, Sonny. Sonny, get the ball. Get the ball. And then in the King of Dirt, it was actually my first pro contest. I won.
Yeah.
And it was crazy, dude, because the X Games champs were there and all the people were there, and it was 20 top pros and me.
Yeah.
And then somehow I won. I came out of nowhere, won the thing, and it was on.
Awesome.
It was really cool.
Yeah. I had a similar experience. Same thing, kind of with scootering. Went to my first contest. Realized there's like a big scene already. Got first place, and it was like on from there.
Yeah. See? It's so sick, right?
So did you compete in like Do Tour and BMX and X Games and that kind of stuff?
Yeah. I won a few X Games, and I won some like dirt contests and stuff like that, like King of Dirts and DKs and DK Dirt Circuits, Daredevils of Dirt, all that stuff. Okay. And it was a very, very good experience. Like winning and being able to win was awesome. But then the injuries and the not winning, then you have to deal with that. So it was tough, but it worked out, man. It all worked out.
Yeah, so did you just ride dirt, or did you ever do park as well, or vert or anything?
I did a little park here and there just for fun, and I rode actually a whole series. I did a whole tour of vert with vans. To be honest, it was like I had no idea what I was doing. And they were like, "Yo, just come, you'll be fine." And I was like, all right. So I did, and I was like the second vert rider. They had a really, really good vert rider as well. And then when I rode vert, like I learned 540s on tour.
Yeah.
Because I had to. I had to do something. I mean, I was just like, it was so fun.
Yeah.
What a good time in my life.
540 or a flare or something.
Yeah, I never learned flares, but yeah, I did 540s. I learned flares later, but I never learned them during that tour. It was on 1995 and 6.
Okay.
So, no, 94.
Okay.
94.
So around what year did you start actually competing and doing the circuits?
My first competition was 95, November of 95.
Oh, wow.
King of Dirt.
Wow. Okay. So, did you grow up in Vegas, or did
I
you
was born here.
move? Oh, you did?
Yeah, I was born in Vegas.
Here?
Yep.
Oh, crazy. So, how is that growing up? Like, have you always lived over in the South area?
Yeah. I always lived in the neighborhood that I live in now.
Oh, wow.
It's weird. Like, travel the world and seen a million places, and I stayed in the same exact location that I lived in my whole life. But I'm not opposed to leaving. I like, I just haven't. I just like, I like it right now, and it is what it is.
Yeah. It is like a very like free city.
Yeah.
When people think of Vegas, if you haven't like been in like the outskirts area, you just think partying. But then it's actually like a very nice town. It's very like cheap to live here. You have like a lot of land. It's really nice.
Yeah, I love it. I mean, and the people are all sweet, you know.
Yeah.
Like you see a lot of cool people, a lot of cool vibes, a lot of cool things. You meet a lot of cool people.
Yeah, it's great. So was the injury that you had, was that the reason why you stopped riding BMX?
Yeah, that's the reason that I stopped competing for sure. I was already like pretty much done like competing, and then when I got hurt, that ended it. I was like, okay, I can't hang with these dudes, because it took me a year to get over that injury.
Oh, yeah.
In a year, everybody else gets so good so fast. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
So.
Yeah, and BMX is kind of like a sport of who cares about their body the least when you get to like the highest level.
Yeah, for sure.
You're just hucking it. Safety's out the window. It's like, who's really willing to put it on the line?
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, and that's a young man's game, you know?
It's definitely a young man's game.
It's a young man's game, dude. I remember being that guy that would go in the shower and be like, this shower's not going to feel the same after.
Yeah.
You know, because I knew I was going to slam. I knew I was going to take a hit. I knew I was going to take a slam. And I was going to be all cut up and everything else. So it was just going to be tough.
Yeah, for sure. So what year was that you had a crash?
2010.
2010?
Yeah.
Okay. And
so I was pro for 15 years. It was awesome.
That
But
is a long time.
Yeah,
to
it's
do
a
BMX.
lot of broken bones and a lot of things, you know. It's a lot of stuff. So
it is a good hobby to be doing if it's not like to a high level. You know, if you're just like cruising around and stuff.
yeah.
It's good exercise.
Yeah, real good. And then now my jumps in my own backyard are too gnarly. Like, it's so weird. It's like,
Yeah.
I remember going back there and I was like, I'm never not going to be able to ride these jumps. And I still feel, I can still feel right now how it feels to ride them. Like, I know what it feels like to jump a jump and how it feels to jump this jump, jump that jump. And then it's like, damn, dude, like, I can't do that right now, you know? It's weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
how did have you always had BMX jumps in your backyard?
since 1999.
Wow, that's a really long time. I remember in the video game, your backyard was like one of the spots,
It was
right?
the first board.
Yeah. It was. So how did you, like, did you have to try out to get that video game, or did
Nah, they
producer
came
just
to
come
me.
to you?
Yeah.
Was it before or after Dave Mira's?
It was before.
Before?
I believe so.
Okay.
You know what? I'm not positive. Don't quote me on that. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I don't know whose was first, because
They
it
were
was
around the same
Dave's,
time.
mine, and
then Hoffman's came out.
Hoffman's. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's three. Cooper.
Yeah. As a kid, I was like, oh, this is amazing. There's actually like bike video games now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah. I was like, I'm not sure whose came out first, and I'm not sure whose was the best, because I never played video games, bro. Like, I
Yeah.
never did. I know that I had to do every trick I knew how to do at the time on the first set of my house, with like cameras in every angle and all this stuff. And I had to do every trick I knew how to do.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's scary, dude. It was like gnarly, because the jump was like shh,
Yeah.
and so I had to do all that in one day. It was pretty crazy.
Okay, so how did you get such crazy jumps? Did you build them yourself, or do you have like a team come through and build them?
No. I built them myself. Me and my friends, you know, me and whoever was around at the time, we built them. So we made them, and we did it, and it was cool. So
Yeah.
like it was we designed them, and everything that it would just get bigger and badder. Like, we were like, oh, this is too easy now, so then we'll go here. Oh, this is too easy now, we'll go here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Make it bigger and make it badder.
Yeah. Do you have like a tractor, or
No,
is it all
I
shovel,
would
or-
just rent one every time,
Okay.
or shovel. So most of the time we just do shovel. Hey, Parks, you want to throw the ball for the dogs?
What's that?
You want to throw the ball?
No, dude, I'm about to eat my muffin.
Okay,
Maybe
buddy.
later.
All right.
Am I interrupting or?
No, you're okay.
Alright.
So since like 2010 or so, what have you been doing mostly?
So now I hang out. I've been doing my television show. I do that as well. That's going really good. It's a show on MTV called The Challenge.
Yeah.
I do a thing called Cameo. I do that, a lot of those, like cameos for people, which is like happy birthday wishes and stuff like that. It's like cameo.com. Look that up. That's pretty cool. I do a lot of those. I do real estate. I'm into the rental home game here in Vegas.
Oh, nice.
So I bought a lot of houses and rent those out and do that. That's fun.
Yeah, that's
thanks, bro.
It's a good way to make a sustainable income.
Yeah, it is. It is. I found it, like, I wish I would have done it earlier, you know? Like, I wish I would have been into it real early, but I just was riding and busy and stuff like that. So then I just made a way.
Yeah, real estate is, especially like as an athlete, I feel like you can really like take that passion of when you are like an athlete and put it towards like business or real estate or something. People with that kind of drive always do really well in those kind of fields.
I think so. I mean, entertainment industry is not a bad place to be either. So
yeah, for sure.
The TV shows is it's been a godsend, man. It's been awesome, dude, because like I have a whole new family and a whole new thing, and I've been a television host now for 15 years.
Oh, wow.
So 15 years pro BMX, dude, 15 years television host. They overlapped for about 5 to 7 years. They overlapped each other.
Wow.
So I was doing both.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and I would like go to a show, film, and while I'm filming, leave the show, go compete, come back to the show. So I'd have to fly from Trinidad and Tobago to Louisville, Kentucky.
Oh, wow.
Compete, and then go back to Trinidad and film.
Oh, crazy.
Yeah, it was hectic, but it's like I look back at that time and I'm like, man, it was like nothing to me. I was like, yeah, let's do it. You know?
Yeah.
It was cool. I loved it.
So how did you get the TV show? Was that just producers came to you? Or?
Yeah. Another thing that they came to me and I said, yes, I would love to. Let's try it out. Like, it's a funny story is that my friend Vinny Potestivo was sweeping my back porch pretty much in 1999, and during this thing called the Sports and Music Festival in my backyard in Vegas here. So I said, nah, man, come in, chill out with us, you know. And he's like, okay. He's like, I can't, I gotta sweep this. And I was like, I'll just help you do that later. So I did, and we became friends. And then when we became friends, he would call me every year on my birthday, and I was like, damn, that was really cool. Like, what a cool dude.
Yeah.
So then I called him when I went to New York City in 2004 or 5. I went to New York City for music. I was doing some music stuff.
Yeah.
And he said, hey, come to my office. And I was like, what? And he ended up being like one of the talent development dudes, like the main dudes of talent development.
Oh, wow.
And he's like, you want a TV show? And I was like, yeah, sure. He goes, all right, it's called The Challenge. And I was like, oh, no, that's Dave's show. Because Dave Mira hosted it before me.
Oh, he did?
Yeah,
oh,
for 2 seasons. And I said, no, that's Dave's show. I can't take that. That I'm not like that. And he was like, no, call him. He's over it. So I did. I called Dave right on the spot. And Dave was like, no, do it, dude. You'll love it, man. It's cool, man. You'll do it for like a season or 2. It's cool. And I was like, all right. And I did it, and I fell in love with it.
Yeah.
Instantly. I was like, dude, this is my jam. This is where I'm at. And now it's 15 years, 25 seasons later.
Yeah.
Of the show, and I'm still doing it.
It's still going strong?
Stronger than ever. We had our highest ratings we've ever had in the last 13 years.
Yeah.
We had them right now because of the pandemic. But we gained a lot of new fans and followers, you know what I mean, because of it.
Okay.
So because it's the 5th sport, you know. Bill Simmons coined us the 5th sport of the world. So it's pretty cool, man.
Yeah, so...
Cooper, stop. Why are you barking?
So for those of who don't know what it is, what is the TV show? It's like
it's called The Challenge, and it's like people from different reality shows. They come on my show.
Shows?
Different reality shows, yeah, pretty much like Big Brother, making The Real World and things like this. It started off with just as a Real World show.
Okay.
Real World, Road Rules, competing.
Yeah.
And then it became Real World, and then because Road Rules was disbanded, and then it was Real World, and then they like tapped into, now we have Big Brother and Ninja Warrior and like a lot of different kind of reality television shows that people want to come on my show and compete.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool.
So they're doing like strength tests and like all kinds of crazy challenges?
Yes, it's endurance, strength, mental fortitude, a lot of everything that you can ever imagine.
Oh, that's my kind of show.
Yeah, dude, for sure. I mean, then there's mixed in a lot of drama too, but
Yeah, of course.
but that's the reality part of it, you know.
Yeah. Have you yourself
Cooper
done many of the challenges?
I have not.
No.
No, they have an insurance thing on me that's like you can't do dangerous things like that while you're filming, because like it would be hard to host a show from a wheelchair or surgery bed.
Yeah, for sure. I bet. Are any of the guys like parkour athletes or acrobats or any of that kind of stuff? Or
They're all they're all very well-rounded athletes. Actually, they're all pretty damn good, and even the people that aren't give it.
Yeah,
they really do. Like, there's a couple of people that surprised me more than anyone. I mean, like, there's this girl named Big T, and she's called Big T because she's so little, and she's a cute little girl from England.
Yeah,
and she like, man, she's real tough. I mean, she got beat a couple times, but I was surprised to see how much grit she had, you know?
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I almost feel like, I've heard before, girls can like endure more pain than guys can.
Oh, for sure they can.
And like whenever you do like a holding test or something, girls can generally like hold themselves up quite a bit longer.
Yeah, I can see that. That has to do with weight, I would say.
Yeah,
but the toughness thing is I firsthand experienced that.
Yeah.
Because we were in Africa once, and I saw this girl named Star testing the tests, and she tested the test, jumped off onto a trampoline, snapped her leg.
Oh,
so
God.
Tip fib right through.
Oh man.
When she did that, she didn't even make a sound.
Really?
She was like, I broke my leg, and like she was chilling. I did the same crash.
Yeah.
In February or in 2007 or 8, 2007. I did the same crash, broke my leg real bad, tip fib right in the dirt, and I was screaming, dude. It was hurting so bad. I was like on fire. My leg was on fire, and I was like, "Give me anything, please."
Yeah.
And like, I was so worried and scared, and she was so chill and like, just this sucks, compared to me.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, dude, she took pain like a champion, and I had like multiple shinners and broken bones and metal in 3 of my 4 limbs and things like this. So
yeah, crazy. Do any of your injuries still do they prevent you from doing anything, or is everything fully recovered now?
I have a little bit of weird, my heels are pretty bad from I think maybe from running and jumping off too.
Yeah.
Things like that, and then I have just metal, like I said, in 3 of my 4 limbs. So sometimes it gets a little bit seized up, but it's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, not too bad.
I noticed that a lot of UFC fighters follow you, and you're really into the UFC stuff. Have you ever trained yourself, or?
Yeah, I've trained a lot of jiu-jitsu and things like this, but I'm not even close to a fighter. You know what I mean?
For sure.
I'm the furthest thing from a fighter, and I'm not even I don't like to say that I train or anything like that, because I don't, and I'm not. And I see these news dudes I am pretty well versed in rear naked chokes. And I'm just like, dude, you're a fucking idiot. You know what I mean? Come on, man.
Sure.
Dude, those dudes are so gnarly.
Yeah.
The fighters, with one pinky can smoke a dude. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And they don't realize it, how gnarly and tough and badass these dudes really are, until you see how calm they are and how relaxed and how bad they could just dismantle whoever. A regular human being has 0 chance.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
I've done Muay Thai classes, and I go in there and I get my ass kicked by little kids.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, it's okay. You know what I mean? And these are all I was doing private lessons for a year from a dude for jiu-jitsu, and it was so fun and so good for my my breath and like my stamina, and I was like, dude, this is it for me, you know. And that was in 2003 and 4.
Yeah.
And then, you know, everything happened, all my broken bones and all this stuff. But it was like, man, that much training was awesome.
Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah, you feel like you're in really good shape for sure.
Yeah.
And like the sport's getting to like a crazy level, like especially like BMX too as well, where you see the kids who grew up watching it, they were around like resi pads and foam pits, and same thing for like martial arts. These guys were around it their whole entire lives, and it's like really like going to a whole new level when you see guys like O'Malley or Garbrandt or something who have fully like developed skills in all areas.
Oh, dude, they're gnarly.
Crazy.
They're gnarly. Like, yeah, O'Malley, like he grew up watching all these dudes.
Yeah.
And now he sees, you know, what time it is, and he's killing it. And he's the next big star in the UFC for sure.
For sure.
Cody Garbrandt, like, probably the sweetest dude you'll ever meet. Like, cool as a fan, but he goes hard.
Yeah.
He's still from that old school mentality because he grew up with Uriah Faber.
Yep.
Like, as his guy that he was like looking at, and he, you know, he went into Alpha Male and completely just dismantling the place, you know, killing fools, and then him and like all the top dogs that were Alpha Male would just be fighting. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
It's crazy how hard they would go, and man, I'm super happy for him too. He's starting to get back into it.
Yeah,
it's
for
looking
sure.
Good.
It's like the one thing that I do watch all the time. I never watch TV, but I will never miss a UFC event.
Same.
Yeah, you gotta watch all of them. It's crazy. Yeah, listen though, thanks for coming on the podcast.
Dude,
like,
thank you, brother. I really appreciate
glad
it, man.
to finally meet you.
Yeah, I'm so stoked you're in the hood.
Yeah.
Yeah,
right
dude.
down the street.
I want to come over and fire that trampoline up, man.
Pretty soon you're gonna be seeing TJ on the tramp wall.
Yes, for sure.
Sweet. Thank you guys for listening. Subscribe if you haven't, and we'll see you in the next one. This is TJ Lavin. I'm Tanner Markley. Peace.
Good time.